In this video, I will reveal how Xavier Mortimer performed his famous skipping rope levitation illusion. Here's a quick recap of what happened. The performance begins with Xavier casually walking into a parking lot holding a skipping rope. After messing up on his first try, he suddenly levitates while swinging the rope around his body, as if to prove there are no ropes or wires holding him up. So, how did he actually pull this off? Let's break it down. At first, it looks a little confusing, so let's rewind a bit. Notice at the beginning the two pieces of wood visible in this frame here. That's before the jump cut happens. The cut in the footage takes place right around this moment. You will even catch in the final shot 3 people standing, but before the cut, it was only one girl visible. Another thing I want to point out is when the camera pushes forward and then pulls back, it ended up exposing the wire he used for the levitation. If you pause and look closely, you can spot the rope in 3 places: in the background, on his hand, and even across his shirt. It's only visible for a few seconds, but enough to catch if you know where to look. The rest of the wire was hidden by blending it into the blue sky. On top of that, the video quality is pretty low, which makes it even easier to cover up those flaws. But there's another sneaky detail that helps sell the illusion. Watch the cut right around here.
What do you think? Try again. Do a little bit better than that. Come on.
Notice how the audio never skips or changes. The voice flows seamlessly. That's because they overlaid the sound from the first clip onto the second. The method behind the whole trick depends on wires stretched across the performance area, anchored to a crane just out of frame. But here's the real part that needs breaking down. We already know Xavier's suspended by a wire, but the big question is, how does he manage to swing that skipping rope around his body so smoothly, without any camera cuts or the rope snagging on the wire? We need to look closely at the setup. What's actually happening is that the magician's hand is gripping both the wire and the rope at the same time. From his perspective, especially if you zoom in on his right hand, you can see he's holding the wire, the rope, and the skipping rope handle together. With careful precision, he guides the handle around the wire so the skipping rope never actually touches the wire holding him up. This careful handling tricks our eyes into believing there's nothing there, no strings, no wires, just the magician floating freely. But in reality, this is exactly how the skipping rope is rotated around his body without snagging. Now the obvious question is, how can such a thin wire hold up the magician's entire weight? The answer is that magicians rely on heavy-duty industrial cables. They look like thin wires from a distance, but in reality they're thicker and built to carry massive loads. A cable like this can hold around 600 pounds, and if it's made a bit thicker, it can easily support the weight of a full-grown person levitating. One key detail here is that the magician's weight isn't carried by just one wire. The load is split between 2 wires, so neither of them is holding his full body weight. By sharing the weight equally, the setup makes the illusion work smoothly without any strain showing. Behind this mask, only the truth remains till we meet again.